Welcome. Today we'll analyze the sequence n times cosine of n pi and determine whether it converges or diverges. Let's start by writing out our sequence. To understand the sequence, let's break it down into its components and see what happens as n increases. We have two parts, n which grows linearly and cosine of n pi, which oscillates between +1 and -1. Let's first look at cosine of n pi. When n is any integer, and pi gives us multiples of pi. For even values of n, cosine of n pi equals 1. For odd values of n, cosine of n pi equals -1. Now let's look at n. As n increases, it grows linearly without bound. The values are simply 1, 2, 3, and so on. When we multiply these together, we get our sequence n times cosine of n pi. The values alternate between positive and negative n, growing larger in magnitude as n increases. Let's understand why this sequence diverges. The magnitude of each term keeps growing because n increases without bound, while cosine of n pi alternates between +1 and -1. This means the sequence oscillates between increasingly large positive and negative values, never settling down to a single value. Therefore, we can conclude that the sequence n times cosine of n pi diverges, specifically by oscillation. The magnitude of the terms grows without bound, while alternating between positive and negative values,